we need to figure out. Pippin Zed said, attempt to buy a new house now or wait for the probable crash. I've talked about this. I can't go deep into it today. I've talked about it a lot lately. Go listen to the segment with John Pugliano on my follow-up to it from Friday last week on the Expert Council Show. But it's not that simple. The property crashes, but interest rates continue to climb. The same house costs more money, even though it costs less money in ability. So I think the only people that will really benefit from the coming real estate crash that's already started are people with big wads of cash or easy lines of credit that can flip the property quickly into a rental boom that's probably going to come. This is an individual decision that you have to make. This is what I've always said about buying a house. You need to go into a house knowing that when I buy this house, if my life turns shitty, I can still maintain this house. Good times, bad times, that doesn't change. But you're gonna get into a situation where people are gonna not sell that really would want to sell because look at me, for instance. I have a mortgage on a property. I paid $205 for. I think I owe don't hold me to somewhere in the 160s on this place now. It would legitimately appraise at $450 to $500 10 years later. I could sell it for that. There's no doubt I could sell it for that. It's even difficult to fight property assessments now because I'm like, yeah, you're probably not wrong. But what would I get? What would I do if I sold my house for $450,000, $500,000 right now? From a standpoint of housing, all I can do is go buy a house like the one I'm going to sell and end up it costing me more money. I can cash out some of it and all, but in the end, I'm sitting on a 3% interest rate on a $160,000 mortgage. And so the places like mine, this is what I'm telling you to get out of these cities. This is the trap I talked about. I talked about this for 2 years and no one wanted to hear it. I don't want to sell and people like me don't want to sell. So these properties that are like this, they don't become part of the market unless I die or decide I want Jakistan. And that this is not good enough for Jakistan. And there's millions of people like me out there holding these types of properties. And what's going to get clobbered, as it always does, is the suburban properties, especially in the ones that are around cities that are in complete moral and economic decay. So I can't tell you what to do. You have to make that one for yourself.